Start recording. Okay, so I'm just shooting this out of the hips again, as usual. So, lots of the scripts I did. I mean, a few I do things I do on my own because I use user scripts on Unraid. And it's the same thing. You want to start, stop Dockers. Having said this, as I said, one day soon, someday soon, that's his channel. Here he is. Here, someday soon. That's his YouTube channel. Yeah, you click on this. It's somedaysoon.xyz, and then you can find his YouTube channel. So I used, of course, stuff from his script here, and I downloaded snapraid-runner. But snapraid-runner is Python, which is not bad. But I'm the simple guy. Yeah, so you can follow me for the easy way, but I think I showed you in the beginning that I have this weird case where I had these disks running. Oh dear me, this sounds so terrible when I say this. Holy moly. Let's see what we can do here. Pictures. So that was it what I had, right? Oh dear me. So I had some weird things going on. Sometimes my TV shows went off and my pictures went, no, my videos went, and so this was just a very bad USB connection. So this thing is at least 16 years old. I would say 18. Yeah, so yeah, it shows the age. So I've got one of these fancy cable now, you know, which have they are USB 3. You can plug them right away in a hard drive. They have more than enough power to spin that hard drive up. Of course, I still have my same 2.5-inch hard drive here, but now I've got zero trouble, nothing at all. Having said this, I am getting ready my computer case here, and the idea was that I put my I mean, as I said, I've got two Synology NAS running, a 4-bay, a 2-bay. I have a Duo running, that is my Pro Unraid, and has 8 terabytes in it, and some SSDs and stuff like that. So, but with the created craziness about our hard drive prices and everything, so I don't want to have my hard drive spinning like crazy. And by the way, what I have running here in a moment, that is that's a mini PC with one hard drive. And then you saw it. It's a 1 terabyte, 2.5-inch. I think it has, I don't know, 500 days lifetime, but it's old, from 2023, I think. So it's doing the trick, you know. If you go in storage here, there are my shared folders, so you can see I've got a lot. This was Duo, right? Duo Media, but it's unavailable because it's sleeping. Doesn't have to do anything. So this is on, of course, on the NVMe. And if you remember, I said that I had some choking stuff going on with different operating systems, actually with all of them. And I wanted to be so smart and used rescued Zilliqa to make that partition smaller and make a backup and put it on a different drive so I don't have to reinstall it. But I could figure out with gparted, it showed me my NVMe as a ZFS drive, no partition else, nothing like that. And when I went in rescued Zilliqa, it showed me Trixie, swap partition and everything on the same drive, on the NVMe. So I would say this drive is I think it needs to totally have a new what's it called, partition table and stuff like that. So I think I have to really wipe it out to get rid of that ZFS stuff going on. I must say I have often trouble with ZFS drives to get them back to normal. However, having said this is supposed to be a short video. I go camping on Tuesday. Also Tuesday I'm gone, I come back Friday night. Then picky-packy, so I might have to have Sunday in 8 days or Monday in 8 days. I'll make the next video most likely. But I'm going to make another OMV server. Why not? I have another case, and this thing is doing well here. I have no complaints. Look, I mean, what's the hard drive doing here? SDB. I use 359 gigabyte, and I've got 500 still available. Yes, I have no, what's it called, snapraid running yet because it's just one hard drive. So I was thinking if I just back it up. Having said this, backing up, let's go to BorgBackUp where we have been before. repros. That's still the repro I created, right? It's all good. Archives, that is what other applications which use BorgUp say is the source. Yeah. Yeah, I would call it the source. And what it does is, if you have a look into it, it's calling my docker stop and my docker start script. And that is very similar to what somedaysoon did. I mean, I copy pasted a lot from his stuff, so of course it is. So mousepad, here it is. So that's what I just did. So as you see, I copied even this here. Yeah, docker stop is pretty simple. I like that he got this code. This will close all your dockers. All of them, right? And that's okay. That's what you want for backup. And the same thing he has with snapraid. So I did the snapraid-runner Pi. That's his, from his website. Yeah, he has a GitHub. So I got that, and this is already with my configuration. I can show you that. Here's my docker start, and that's where the rubber hits the road, of course, right? So I start at first gluetun, because everything I have on Docker runs through gluetun. That means VPN, right? Has a kill switch and everything. It's just the way it is. You know, I've got nothing to hide, but I've got nothing to show either. And I let it sleep for 20 seconds, which is definitely overkill, but it works just fine. Then I fire prowlarr, because that's depending on nothing. It's just providing a service. And nzbget, same thing, has to do nothing, not depending on anything. And then everything else goes up, like my Jellyfin, right? Because I created that server because Jellyfin is now in great jeopardy. As you can see, everything we are using, which is free, is under fire. And I have a Plex live key, or whatever that's called. I will never use Plex. Oh, holy moly, then you can just sits on the FBI wireless surveillance network. So but you see the same thing. That's what he did too. He did this with databases, right? So I wanted to go, these things go up first, and then it fires up every other Docker which is not down yet, has not been started yet. So this is what I did. What I else have is, where is mine? I call the snapraid-run thing. I'm not too sure if this works, because I don't have a snapraid yet, but I will. No, I will not open this up yet. I will do this when I snapraid running, which is in after my camping. I put at least 3 drives in the other box here. That will be then my OMV backup box thing, and play around with, of course. And this is actually in moment my daily NAS, which I use a lot for everything. Of course, it's a mini PC which runs, I think, on 7 watt idle. That hard drive on it, I have to measure what will that take. I don't know, it might be now on 12 watt or maybe 15. I mean, just imagine this. And yeah, I'm definitely putting Nextcloud on too. Why not, right? So this thing can run all day long, and it's just hanging out there. And I've got quite a few more hard drives here. I've got 2 more 1 terabyte, 500 gigabytes, 320 gigabytes, 250 gigabytes, and I have a few SSDs which I could resurrect, it seems. 2 1 terabytes. I have 2 480s, 220. That will be my hard drive for Open Media Vault on the new old box, right? I just have to take my old motherboard out, the new one in. No, not even. I will just use the Intel box here, which is huge, so I can have every hard drive I have, I put it in. Alright, having said this, so you can see there's not much on it, right? So if I open this up, so I can copy paste that in the description. I hope it will not give me trouble, because it could be because of the signs here, right? That's the stop, that's the start. The start is a little bit more, but it's easy thing, yeah. So I use sleep a lot, of course, in my user script from Unraid, because we have to wait for stuff there too. So alright, even if I just used for copying, between the copy things I used always a sleep function. Alright, having said this, that is that. Here is, because I wanted to move it, right? So I wanted to have a screenshot of my folders which are on this single hard drive here. This is easy, this is just the what Docker is, right? And I run Docker as update, as you could have seen here with my Docker. Where is it? Right, that's my Docker service here. docker stop, docker start, but it's actually getting my Docker and homes. So homes, I got that from him too. So I just created every user has a home directory, and I just back up every home directory. I mean, it's me alone on it, but I put in homes in a scripts folder, my scripts, but I do not put them into scripts. What I actually used is, let me have a look here if I can go in here. Let's have a look. So where I put my scripts in, because I'm the lazy guy, I don't want to create many things, so I go down a little bit here. Can I make that bigger? Oh, look at this. We can. Now you can see something, right? Let's clear this up. So I'm in a root right here. That's where we are. So you go into USR. Can I see it here? USR. It doesn't mean user. That has to do with resources. What's it called? Oh dear me, that's when I shoot things out of. But let's forget about this. Let's go into USR. Into USSR. And there's a thing called sbin. And sbin is usually totally naked alone. There is nobody in it. But what? I think I'm in the wrong. I think I'm in the. Where's Dogger? I'm in the wrong thing. Oh yeah. So sorry guys. Skip this. So we're going out of user, then we're going into local, right? Not user, USR, yeah, for resources. Local, and then here is sbin, and that is usually totally naked. So that's the one. Oh, look at this. I will learn typing and then I can do it. So USR /local /sbin, and you can see there's nothing in except everything I put in. I put in already snapraid-runner, that is his. Snapraid-runner pi, that's also from him. Snapraid-run, that is mine. I'll show you what I did there. It's very simplified. His snapraid-runner conf is very nice. It has email notifications, certain settings you can set. So he did a really good job. If you like that more, then this is perfect. But as I said, I like that plugin. I like click instead of typing a lot. So my scripts are very simple, very easy. So I'm not depending 100% on them. Will I investigate more with scripts? Yeah, because this guy, someday soon, he has a very nice series about OMV. And how can I say this? Lots of people have many series about it, but his is going in great detail, which helps you a lot. Not in great detail. It helps you a lot, but it's not complicated, even though it looks like it is, but it isn't. Yeah. So I try to go a little bit a different route. So he explained a lot how about doing the scripts, which is fantastic when you have it up and running. And just consider this: you do this one time, and then it's working, and it's definitely good. So I do first what I usually do, and then I play around with his scripts. But this I can only do when I have the other Open Media Vault server running, because I need snapraid to do this. Otherwise, I can't run my snapraid script. All right. So here I put it in, right? So user, local, not user, USR, local, and sbin. Has nothing to do with user. What is it called? Not uni something system resources, I would call it. Yeah, so something like that. So that has to do with resources. There's just nothing. I mean, I've seen in the sbin there is actually tons of resources, and in the local sbin there's nothing. So that's where you can put it in. Then you don't have to put a path in. You can call every script what is in sbin from everywhere, and it will be executed. That is that. All right. So you just make an you have seen how they look, right? So if you go into nano docker, let's say start, that looks better. See, it looks like this. You have to put your hyphen, exclamation mark, /bin /bash. Then you put your description, whatever you want. Docker start gluetun, sleep 20, docker start prowlarr, nzbget, start everything else. And here it is. That is that. And once you got this, you have to, is it shmod? Shmod plus X, I think it is. And then you would say docker start. Yeah, I think that is it. start, and then the wood makes it executable. At least that's what I think it does. Holy moly, have you ever seen a video like this? Alright guys, this is it. Oh, this is pretty big here now, no? Let's see it like that. And yeah, as I said, I'm mesmerized by the BorgBackUp plugin. See, when I can only say what I said in the other video. When I the first time saw the BorgBackUp plugin, I said, oh, this is so complicated. Then I clicked on repos. Oh dear me. I had an idea what was repos, but then I said, oh dear, what's compact? Oh, what is archives and serve and environmental variables? That tells you something, but yeah. So archive is source. That's all it is. That is the sources you're picking up. And repos is a little bit different here because you can only add the folder. See, if you go in here, you can't add on in a folder. See, here it's nothing. It is just the folder. The folder you put on in the storage is the folder you can add here. So, well, not a big deal. I can work with that. So I've got Docker homes here, and everything else what I want, I just create different repos if I want to. We'll see. Or just use the whole media folder and back this up, because you can say exclude, include, right? I think I've shown you this, right? So you can go here in archives, and then you can go here, that's includes, you can put here the excludes, you can say, I don't want to have my TV here, and I don't want to have my movies, and stuff like that, right? So you could do this if you want to, no? So it's very, very simple. And how can I say it? Guys, I mean, yes, I have 3 Unraid servers, right? I've got Basic, Plus, and Pro. Today, I don't think I would be able to afford it or buy it. I just can't anymore. It's too much money. I mean, especially today, it's extraordinarily expensive, all these things. And Open Media Vault, except virtual machines, it does everything. It does pretty well. Yes, you can get virtual machines running here, you can do it well, but I want to use Open Media Vault as is. Having said this, let's go on plugins. I don't know if that Flash thing is still here. No, right cache, yeah, okay, they call it now like that. But here's definitely nothing with VM, no? Word? KVM? Plugin, no, okay. But there's nothing with virtual machine. And to be honest, don't need it for this. As I said, I have many other servers running. And if you have a box flying around or any old computer, you can do whatever you want with that, right? So you could use, I don't know, in this case maybe Proxmox then for virtual machines. No? I mean, I have Unraid, as I said, most of my installations from distros, they're running on my virtualizer here, which is Unraid Basic. And there's my NVIDIA graphic card, which gets patched through, and my mouse, Sound Blaster, and keyboard is on a PCI USB port card. That gets patched through, and that makes things super easily. Alright, that is that. So now you know, I will copy and paste these scripts in, then you know you have to put them in USR, local, bin. And you don't forget to make them executable, right? Once you got this, then you can put them in your BorgBackUp in the archives, right? You put in what you want to have saved, which folders, which is easy peasy, because you can just copy paste, right? So let's say if I want to have storage, shared folder, if I want this thing, I'll just click on here, so I don't have to do heavy lifting, because people always think they have to do heavy lifting, so you put that in there, it is. Job done, right? Alright, but I don't want that. And you can do exclude. No? Don't forget, you can exclude. You can have a huge folder, let's say media, where you have TV, movies, family videos, photos, music, whatever you want. And you can exclude whatever you want and remove the exclude when you want to have it backed up. And you see I've got 7 days, 4 weeks, 6 months, 1 year. Alright, and run compact after backup run, 10% threshold. Rate limit, I got nothing here. Email, yeah, it sends me an email. This is what somedaysoon has in his script, in his Python script. So you get emails and you can set these things up here, like here. Or just like click around here. So his script is not complicated. He made it very easy, very obvious, self-explanatory, very easy. So it's not one of these scripts where you look and say, oh, shit, how do I get this sorted out? Yeah, no, it's none of this. So that's why I'm saying he did it. It's worthwhile watching his stuff. If you like working with scripts, it's definitely worth it. All right, and then here put prescript docker stop and postscript docker start, and it works just fine. So now you don't have to be afraid anymore, because you want you to stop your Docker when you run, for example, Docker backup, right? If your configuration files, or for snapraid, because you don't want anything reading, writing while it's doing this. Unread bypasses this because they have their updater and system, virtual machines and everything usually on a ZFS or BTRFS RAID. Yeah, that's what I got, or that's what everybody got. And then the array is everything else data. Yeah, like videos, ISO files like crazy. I've got 2 terabytes on ISO files, stuff like that, right? Yeah, YouTube videos, a lot. So now you know. I'll keep it short this time, this video, and yeah, be aware there's another Open Media Vault server coming. But there we have more to play with, because I will put more hard drives in. This here will just be my daily driver for TV. I want my Nextcloud to run on it. Of course, my Nextcloud was running on Duo. Duo is a heavy lifter. It really has tons of things running. But with everything getting more expensive and my hard drive spinning, I don't want all the hard drive spinning. And I want to declutter it, and that takes time. And I don't want to spend every day on it. So I will just do certain things. Here, G4, that is my PC, the mini PC. And so I call G4 OMV, see, that's the one. And there are certain things running here. All right then. Yeah. Okay, this is it. I'll call that video off. I hope you like it. I hope it helps you. I will paste my Docker stop and Docker start in, which is, I would say, just a copy and paste from somedaysoon. That's how I did it. My snapraid-run will be a little bit different what he got, but it works too. And as I said, I want to keep things simple. I want to use this surface here from BorgBackUp the easiest way. So I prefer that. And yeah, if you want to stop, because if you have, not that, if you go later for snapraid, you have to go in system and you have to go in schedule task. And this one, which one is it? Docker stop, snapraid-run. So this one here, for example. This will be later for to fire up my snapraid. Because you can't, I have no pre-script and postscript. I've got nothing here. You can run one command. So that means this has to have a stop in. It has to run snapraid, and then it has to fire up the Dockers again. So it's pretty simple. I'm a simple guy, and what I can, you can do that too. It's not enabled yet because I don't have snapraid. It can't do anything, and I trust it works, but I want to show it when it works. I don't want to show you something that I haven't tested yet. See, arctax docker stop, snapraid, docker start. So I know what it is. All right, this is it, guys. Have a good night, have a good evening. It is Sunday night now. It's 2022 or something. Oh yeah, it says so. And I call that video off. This is a short one, right? This is really short now. Is it? Show me. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Only, dang, again, 25 minutes. I don't know how my videos get that long. Alright guys, stay out of trouble. Don't get into the DDoS attack on your heart, mind and soul. Enjoy every day, relax, go in nature, see friends, have a cup of coffee, watch my videos and relax while you watch them. And try things out. I tell you, when you set just the Docker backup, yeah, and you put these scripts in, this gives you such a success feeling that is boosting your confidence, right? So try it out. Try with things. I mean, and look what I did. I have it. I have a cradle which is holding this hard drive. Now I just have it on a USB cable connected on my mini PC, and it's laying down there. But it's running. It's doing just everything. So try things out. Don't be afraid. What can go wrong, right? In worst case, you have to do it again. But well, and in best case, all of a sudden you have a server. Duran works with every computer. The only thing I don't want is that it uses, like, I've got an old HP desktop here. It runs idle on 40 watts. For what? I don't know. It's a very old 1050, I think, graphic card from NVIDIA in it, and an i5 CPU. And it runs on 40 watts idle. Oh, I don't know. All right then. I'll call it off now, guys. And yeah, this video goes on YouTube, on Rumble, and on Odyssey. For the Odyssey, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't really have an app. And even my YouTube videos, when I see comments, I see them sometimes late. So don't you worry. I will answer when I see them. That's why I like my channel small, with selected subscribers and watchers. And I reply when I can. All right, then. Have a good night, have a good day, enjoy your life, and try things out. Play around while we still can. Get everything set up while we still can. And then you're independent. If the internet goes out, who cares? You can watch your family videos, your photos, you can listen to your music. You can stream it through your house the way you want it. And by the way, I'm only on 2.4 gigahertz now. But I come to that one day. I'll make a Wi-Fi video, and I'll tell you why. And yeah, have a good night now. Bye-bye.